everybody, Chris again from Stay Dry, along with...
And I'm Beau.
And this is Beau. We are still up here living in the attic space for a little attic talk. Beau, common thing, homeowners call us, we get into an attic, or we get on the roof. Lots of issues going on.
Sure.
This roof's been 15 years old, 12 years old, 20 years old, and they thought, well, I don't see any shingles blowing off, or I don't have any stains on the ceiling. And yet now the problems have gotten pretty extensive. Okay,
Right.
So have you experienced that? I'm just making sure I'm not just speaking.
Yeah,
Okay.
one of the most common things too is, when people just first buy a house and, typically if the inspection's not very thorough, or, they don't get into an attic space, or they don't get, on top of the roof, one of the things that can happen is, I kind of
No, it's fine.
myself
That's
there.
okay.
We'll have to
Well, blah, blah, blah,
restart
blah,
that
blah,
one.
blah, 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 blah. Okay, perfect. There we go. Hello, everybody. My name is Chris with Stay Dry Roofing, and I am with...
Beau.
Back here with Beau, and we are still living up here in the attic space, talking about a few issues that tend to happen when we are doing an inspection, as well as when homeowners give us a call. Okay, now Beau, I've been doing this almost 10 years now. Okay, I've had homeowners call me out. This roof's been up there for 10 years, 12 years, 15, 20, 30 years.
Right.
They finally get someone out there, and I do an inspection, then I get in the attic. And some of these issues are quite extensive. I mean, I'm seeing staining places. They've got some growth happening in areas. It's a much bigger issue, okay? Now, I don't know if that's just my experience, but in your time doing roofing, have you gotten to an attic space where someone said, oh, it's only been about 12 years, or it's only been about 15?
Right.
But then you do an inspection, and there's some problems. Have you experienced that?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay. So in that, would there be a general, it's so tough to tell because it's Indiana, but would there be a general timeline there? I mean, say they don't have any leaking, no staining or anything like that. Would there be a general time that you would recommend someone at least have their roof inspected?
Generally, I'd say if you know that your roof is, approaching that 10-year mark, or getting, kind of that 10 to 15-year mark there, I would definitely have somebody at least come check it out. A lot of roofs will start to begin showing their age, and a lot of problems and stuff can start occurring around that time. So it's always a safe bet to at least have somebody look at it.
Now, it's one thing, because I've been on roofs, and I've shared this before if you guys have seen these. I've been on roofs, the shingles look great. I mean, there's no obvious signs of blow off, no nail pops, the boots are sealed good, the ventilation looks great. And you're just like, why in the world did they call me out, right?
Right.
I get up into the attic space. Then the true colors, the belly of the beast, right? The x-ray of the roof, okay?
Right.
And I'm noticing a lot of problems in that area. The opposite's also true. I've been in attic spaces that are perfect, and yet the shingles are crumbling under your feet.
Right.
Okay? So again, why should someone be proactive? And if their roof is 10 years, 12 years, 15 plus, why should they be proactive to have someone look at it?
It's always going to be beneficial to be proactive about any problem. I'm sure, most of us have experienced a small issue that's become a larger issue into the future. But, essentially having somebody check on your roof, before you start hitting these kind of late landmarks in the age of the roof, is the amount of damage that has occurred. Right, you could be at a point where maybe it's just the roof, the shingles and the underlayment and stuff that needs to be replaced there, and you don't have to replace a ton of wood. And then the other side of that is, if it's a problem that's left unchecked, or it's nobody ever goes and checks it out until it's an emergency, a lot of times what you'll see is that all the wood then also needs to be replaced, and that's when costs typically, you've seen wood prices, right? They typically start to go up a little bit more as far as the cost of your project. So it's almost always just beneficial to have somebody come out and check it out.
And obviously with any roof inspection, you can see things on the roof, you can see things in the attic space. If you're out there and you're seeing this video, I know personally that I've had to replace a roof that was 3 years old.
Yeah.
Okay,
It happens.
so it happens. It's not just the materials; it's how it's installed.
Absolutely.
Okay, and a lot of times you don't know there's a problem until there is a real problem.
Right.
So if your roof is 10, 12, 15 plus years old, I think we would strongly recommend at least have someone, a trusted advisor, come do a thorough inspection on the roof and in the attic space, 100%. Again, my name is Chris. Thank you guys for your time, and this is
Beau.
Beau. If you'd love to have one of us come out, we're happy to do so. And Beau, if they wanted to reach you, how could they? Did they just ask for you by name, or how would they get a hold of you?
Yeah, absolutely. You just call the office and ask for me, and Janice, our nice office lady, would be happy to schedule an appointment with you.
Awesome. Thank you guys so much. And once again, this is Chris and
Beau.
this is Attic Talk. Have a great one, guys.